Tony Hawkins has got a podcast. I hope he's better at this than he is washing the kit because he was fucking useless.
Okay, 17.
17.
What's 17, John?
A show of perseverance to go through 17 weeks of this so far.
That, and it's a prime number.
So, Tony, that's pleased me no end.
There you go.
I'll have a celebratory slurp of whiskey for 17.
It's also one of the few that is a product of two primes.
They're very rare, they are.
Yeah. Sorry, it's
Now, careful.
one that can be combined with another prime number
have
to
that Mr. Door
produce
on the phone,
another.
Tony.
Yeah, 19. 17 plus 2 is 19. Also
That is
prime.
Prime's numbers.
Yeah. So, anything happened?
Not really, I've got to be honest. It's not going to be a long podcast, this.
No.
Plus, it's going to be a day late, so fuck you.
Yes,
that are
yes.
complaining.
Apologies for that.
See all you blokes that are complaining tomorrow night asking where it is.
Yeah.
Fuck you, lot.
My fault entirely. Well, not entirely
Not
my
entirely
fault,
your
but
fault. I didn't take a lot of talking out of not doing it last night. I'm going to be honest. I was really tired. I've been tired this week. I've worn
But you know
myself.
what? I said to you,
go.
I'll be an hour plus 15 minutes to
Yeah.
get to you. I actually got to my front door at 8:45, so I think I
wouldn't
was
have been
absolutely
happy with
spot
that.
on. No, that'd have been
I
too
did
late.
manage to get 3 episodes of Breaking Bad done.
Oh, good lad. What were you up to?
I'm at season 4. I've
Yeah.
got 2 episodes left of season 4. What I'm trying to do is, and I want to do it now, I was trying to get it finished before The Crown starts. But I'm not going to get that done now, am I?
I don't know. What's The Crown? That's on Netflix,
the
isn't it?
Queen thing. You know, the old Queen.
Yeah.
Prince Philip and that.
I watched.
You know, seen The Crown?
No, is it
Okay,
good?
that's good. It's really
Is
good.
it really good? All right,
It's
mate.
really, I'm
I'm looking for
genuinely
something
not.
else.
And it's the kind of thing anyone that knows me would be the least likely thing that I'd like. But
Well,
it
you
is
need to
really,
finish Breaking Bad so you can watch
yeah, well,
El
yeah,
Camino.
El Camino, yeah. I've watched the
And
trailer.
also,
I know that Skinny Pete and Badger are still alive.
yeah, and yeah, they are.
Better Call
What's
Saul.
the other- that was Better Call
He's my
Saul.
favourite character.
Which the first series I thought was all right. The second series I stopped watching because I thought it's a bit weird. This.
no. I like him. He's my favourite character. Anyway,
Football,
Football.
football. So Russell Martin, first week we saw on the bench. Ryan Harley was with him on the bench there.
He's not assistant manager tonight.
He's not assistant manager. He's
got
been
someone else.
demoted.
He's been sacked already.
Demoted to number 3. We brought in a new goalkeeping coach,
We did. I've never heard of any of the pair of them.
Dean. We'll call him Dean.
He doesn't look very tall.
He doesn't, and he looks very. They're all very young, and the new assistant manager is only 38.
Is he really?
Yeah, I mean he's been around a bit. He's.
I did do a bit of research tonight.
Yeah, I had a quick look.
Can't
and,
think of his name now. Someone Williams, isn't it?
Yes.
Luke Williams. Let's call him Luke Williams.
Luke Williams. Yeah.
Is it really that?
I don't know. Yeah, it could be actually.
Ah,
I tell you, let's call him Dean Williams, which is the first name of the goalkeeping coach and definitely his surname.
yeah, go on then.
Dean Williams, which is 2 people then. New goalkeeping coach. And,
I tell you who's not very happy with him being appointed.
Who?
The internet.
Oh yeah. Did you? Okay. Oh, I'm gasping for words here.
I've got a cracking story to tell
Oh,
you, but go
dearie
ahead
me.
first.
Did you saw that tweet or
I did
what I
see it, Tony,
retweeted?
yes, I did. Have
Yeah.
you gone through any
One
of the
game.
Facebook groups?
One game, you know?
Gone
And
through
it's,
any of the Facebook
oh,
groups?
you're a
Tony?
genius, Winkleman. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's had one go. Oh, he's had 2 games, both of which he's lost, but...
Well, I did allude to it, didn't I? That I had a story to tell you. I'll tell you it now.
Go. Yes, I want to hear this.
On Saturday, my lad didn't want to go, so
Yeah.
he went like someone else with his girlfriend or whatever. And so my wife was going to pick me up. She took me and dropped me off because I don't have a car now. I scrapped it, so I'm without car.
Yeah.
So my wife dropped me off and she picked me up outside Asda after the match. So she picked me up outside Asda. So that means I've got to leave gate 7 rather than gate 5. And
Yeah.
I'm not joking, right? This is a God's honest truth. I'm not making this up, right? This genuinely did happen. I'm not saying it for comic effect. This is a genuine true story. I'm walking out, down the stairs, and there's 2 guys behind me, and I swear on a stack of Bibles, one of them goes, I think it'd be a bit unfair if, to get rid of him after 1 game. And I thought, whoa, and I'm like, listen, and they're carrying on with the same thing. Oh, yeah, we got to give him a bit of time. And I thought, I'll turn round and see how old these guys are. Well, I reckon they were maybe a little bit older than me. I'm 57, so I reckon these guys were late 50s, early 60s, maybe a bit older. And I'm thinking, that's why people laugh at Milton Keynes, and I thought, you know why they're laughing at Milton Keynes? Because of you two fucking idiots. You're
They're
debating whether the guy should be sacked 10 minutes after his first game.
There's
Honestly,
there's a
Tony,
couple
I'm
of
not
things
joking.
here, right? There's a couple. So I'm either those two blokes always
Say the same thing.
sit near me on the coach to away games, right? Or we've got a lot of
Fucking idiots.
maybe 55 plus year old
Fucking
idiot fucking fans who, and the thing is, they never ever have anything positive to say. And I can remember we'd won, I think under Tisdale.
I can't
Did we
remember
win
when that
five?
would have
Did
been.
we win 5 games in a row or something like that
What, under him?
under him?
I genuinely can't.
Anyway,
remember.
we'd won, yeah, and all one of them could say was, "Yeah, but we lost to this other team like the last time we lost." And I think, why can't you think of
I've
anything
had a bit of a
positive
troll,
to say?
tonight, because I thought I'll see what people are saying, and to be quite honest, you just think I'm not surprised people are saying it. I mean, there was one guy, he's never coming back apparently. He's going to give it up to Christmas, and then after Christmas, he's decided he's not coming back. I'm thinking, if you've already decided you're not coming back, mate, you might as well just fucking go now.
So he waited until Tisdale got sacked.
Yeah.
Watched one game under Russell
Martin.
and has decided
that's it.
that's enough.
He's had enough.
Is enough.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not talking about them.
No,
fucking
it's a
idiots.
cheap
I don't want to
appointment,
talk to them about. They don't listen to this podcast because they're still listening to radios with valves
Yes.
in them and the world.
But I mean, I'm
service.
not surprised that, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm probably looking for that. I mean, there was plenty of other people that were saying.
Yeah, but you say
it was a
that.
good
You say that.
appointment.
It is prevalent. I mean, where I sit in front of just behind the bench, there is one bloke behind it who has no self-awareness at all, and he must see the staff
Looking at
and a player or two turning around and looking at him and thinking, "Mate, you're a fucking idiot," because he just talks so much shit. It really is. No, we're not talking about him.
Nah.
We're not talking about it. So, do we quickly
the game.
the game?
Well,
Formation 4, definitely a 4
Yeah.
to start with. All right, so encapsulate our lineup performance, forgetting the result.
I think the performance was a vast improvement on what we'd seen up until Russell Martin took over.
Yeah, I mean, it
Definitely
showed more
was.
ambition.
Yeah, it did.
The players had a bit more freedom.
Yeah, I mean,
do you know what I have noticed? And I keep repeating myself
you
all
didn't
the
go
time,
to that
all the
other
time, all the
nonsense on
time.
Tuesday night, did you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh,
So I'll tell you about
why?
that in a minute. The thing, and I'm always saying, players are programmed to play a certain
Yes.
way, and it's very difficult to deprogram them to then get them playing
Yes.
another way. So we have to be patient with that. There's got to be a certain element of that. So with the 4 at the back, there was a little bit more room, particularly for Callum Britton. Now, earlier on in the season and last season, and even to a certain extent under Robbie Nielsen, the second Lee Nichols got the ball in his hands, he'd be off. He'd be flying up that
Knowing
wing.
what was going to happen.
Ball would probably come to him, or at least it comes back out this way and he gets played up the wing and we're attacking, we're on the go. He was pretty much just static on that right hand side. And again, these are the sort of things that need to be reprogrammed into the
It'll
players.
take a while.
We've got the ball because we still use the fast play. Lee's picking the ball up and he's immediately looking. He wants to get rid of it. He wants to distribute it quickly, but that urgency still isn't in the outfield. But it's one game. Tuesday night was not a good example of what may come. Matty Sorinola, by the way, very good again.
Was he good?
Very,
I've
very
never
good.
heard of him until the
Looked
other night.
strong as well because he's not.
Was
He's
he? Who
not a
took
big
that
lad.
free kick? Not him.
That was Dickinson.
Oh, that was a hell of a free kick. That.
Yeah, I mean, I
wasn't
could see from the angle I was looking at, and I still to this day don't understand it. Hildy did explain it to me. Why do goalkeepers stand? Why is 2/3
it?
of one goal
yeah,
open
open.
and the other third covered? And he said because that's why you have a wall. And I said, yeah, but if players are capable of getting it up and down quickly with pace, surely you've got to hedge your bets and stand in the middle.
Yeah, I would.
No, because the wall should do its job. With the football, I mean, these footballs these days, it's not easy to get it up and down quickly, but there are players even at this level who are more than capable of doing it, as we saw on Tuesday night. But I was looking at it and I'm thinking, if it doesn't go in, it's got to go over or wide or hit the post or whatever. Because there's no way that goalkeeper is getting to that ball if he gets this on target and over the wall, which he promptly did and scored a goal. I will say, to be fair to our lads, that the 2 Wickham goals were very good.
I haven't watched them. I'm not interested in
I think it was the same lad who scored the first one. He just hit it. He caught it so well, and it went like a rocket. It was never going to be stopped. And the second one was a very nice sort of leg above his shoulder again.
I was quite pleased when I
power.
seen the lineup that he kind of more or less.
Do you know what I was?
Apart from the goalkeeper.
This is a terrible thing to say, right? But I'm sat there. I'd gone straight from work to the stadium, so I was drastically underdressed for the weather.
It wasn't great, was it?
I was actually, for the first time since Peterborough away in 2007, I was actually cold at a football match, and I'm sat there thinking,
what are you doing?
it's 1-1. Someone score. I don't care who it is, because I don't want to sit here for another 15 minutes watching penalties, because I'm freezing me nuts off here. And Wickham scored that second goal, 92nd minute. And I went, I was sat up on the disabled area, and I went, yes! And I just got up and walked out. It's a really bad thing to do, but
Nah, I don't
I just didn't want to sit and watch the penalty.
I'll
I mean, it was
admire
a
your-
pointless game
I
anyway.
admire your perseverance for going. I mean, I was quite surprised when I seen there was over 1,000
Yeah, but I have to
people there.
go. I was well chuffed, because on Saturday, when I was in the box office before the game, and I think we'd sold 261 tickets.
Yeah.
When I got in on Tuesday night, it was about 5:45, and it was on 632. And I'm thinking, yeah,
not bad, is it?
we might get to like 750 or something. And then when I saw the final
Oh,
1101,
come in. Someone's at the door.
Would you like some chips?
Want some chips, Tony?
oh, we'll have some chips. Shall we have some chips? We'll have some chips. Thanks, Penelope.
They've got salt and vinegar on them.
Way! Happy days.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Chips. What are we going to talk about now? Are you eating chips? I'll have a chip.
I forgot what I was saying. Wickham left early.
How many people were there? Tickets.
Oh yeah. So when it was announced,
nice story.
1,101, I thought that's actually. I mean, it had to be the biggest crowd of the night.
I would
Got
have
to
thought
be.
so.
But then also there's the platinum people and all that. There's quite a few of them who get theirs for free.
Oh, yeah, we're having chips.
Right. Talk amongst
Nice, aren't they?
yourselves.
They're warm.
Yeah.
God's sake.
Didn't see that very often. The old
Polystyrene.
polystyrene plate there, do you? Yeah. So in general,
Oh, sorry.
again, it was a decent performance. Oh, Kieran Agar got sent off again.
He did, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's been rescinded.
I did see a tweet from Ant, the media boy, which just said Kieran Agar appears to have been sent off for getting pushed over and kicked in the head, or something like that.
I read it was a tangle of legs between the two of them.
Yeah, well, apparently
It's been
they've
overturned
said it's
anyway,
gonna be.
so-
It has it?
That has been, yeah.
Oh right, well there you go.
the
Yeah,
UK.
so yeah, because that was his first game back. Because that would have, if it was classed as violent conduct, I
Imagine
think
that.
it could have well been a 4-game
Oh, man.
ban, maybe.
God, these are warm.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're having chips. They're lovely.
Yeah. So overall, although we lost the 2 games, the FA Cup a little bit disappointing because you want to be in it. But then, did you see who we got in the next round? If we'd have gone through,
No.
I can't remember. But it was not worth remembering.
Oh, there you go then.
So
What
we
about
are through
disappointing?
to the next round of the leasing.com.
I'm having this big chip. Yeah, it was a bit
Well, it has
disappointing.
been confirmed
Oh, go on.
actually that we actually make money from those games,
Maybe.
with the prize money and just
There
the
you go then.
fact that we're in it. So
I'm glad I'm in it now.
it really doesn't matter what the crowd is
Oh, that's good.
because you still make money. So let's have a think about Mr. Martin's. Do you think he's going to stick with a 4 at the back?
I don't really know what to say because you'd say that playing like Port Vale, I was disappointed we didn't beat them, to be quite honest, because they're like mid-table League 2. It shows you how far we've dropped really since we got
It
promoted.
does. It really does.
That we didn't look any better than them. To be
What their
quite
manager
honest.
said after the game as well.
Well, you're shit. Did you see
Basically
that?
said you're shit. It was very comfortable for us, and to be honest.
He's right.
And it has been. This is the worst thing about all this, is that, and we said it particularly with Tranmere,
Yeah, definitely
Fleetwood. It wasn't a particularly big effort from the other team to beat us. It was, if you score, you'll win, sort of
basically.
situation.
I mean, it was a mistake, wasn't it? Was it McCrandle? Was it?
Yeah, it was.
So
He headed it out. It didn't go. I thought it went back to the bloke
I'm
who
sorry,
initially
I'm
crossed it, but it
hammering these
wasn't.
chips now. Sorry.
The cross for the goal was actually very good, and few people have mentioned Lee should have been covering his near post, but Lee was still facing up to the original and had to get back. But
It's going to take a while to get that out of your system, like to de-Tisdale them, for want of a better expression,
Exactly.
because it'll take ages for them to get that out of their system. It just will. It's as simple as that.
oh, Louis was on the bench on Tuesday
Was
as
he
well.
really?
Not as a player.
Oh, as a
No, tracksuit.
spectator.
Tracksuit on the bench, second chair.
Oh.
Sorry, no, third chair.
You were thinking, haha.
Yeah, third chair. I don't know where Russell Martin's seat is because the goalie coach, who we'll call Luke Williams,
That's not his name.
we'll call him.
Sorry, Tony. You
We'll
better
call him
eat these
goalie
chips.
coach, shall we?
Sorry.
He was in the first seat. Then it was Ryan Harley. Then it was Louis.
You
Louis
better eat
didn't.
them.
Louis
They
didn't.
are nice.
Louis didn't fucking move all night.
No wonder, he's probably freezing.
Yeah.
Those
Oh.
chips have kind of hit us for 6.
I don't think there'll be any issues. Personally.
What, with these chips?
With the chips, definitely. I don't necessarily think there'll be any issues. Like you say, it's just getting them to play the way he wants and to forget about what they've been told before. You know, you will have more fun. Because if you look at the shot that Alex Gilby had on Saturday, it occurred to me that I haven't seen a shot like that for some time. And I jokingly said that Tisdale probably would have dropped him for having a shot from 20 yards out. So yeah, I'm not too worried, and like I say, we have to give him time. How much time is debatable, but we have to give him time.
I think, bearing in mind who we're playing Saturday, that's a big test for him, I think, Saturday. Because everyone will be expecting us to go up to Bolton and beat them.
And we
Just
should.
comfortably, and quite honestly, we should beat them. You know, there's talk on the internet that they're tonight and today that they're going to get a further points deduction.
Again, I don't think that's going to make a huge amount of difference.
I mean, not to us, but to be quite honest with you, I mean, I'll take them getting a points deduction if it means we stay up. No, honestly, Tony, it will.
Well, let's be honest.
You know.
They're already unlikely to catch anyone and get themselves out of relegation other than Southend.
Yeah.
Who tonked at AFC last night? Did you see that?
Did they really?
I think it was 5-1.
What, in that cup
in
thing?
the leasing.com, yeah. I
Jesus.
think it was 5-1.
Good.
So yeah, I mean, this is why we're struggling tonight because
'Cause
we're
this-
waiting for the main course, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, we just had it, but
It was
Um,
nice. Give us
we're
some-
waiting for the.
bin. You talk while I chuck the chips.
I'll lick me fingers. We're just waiting, really, aren't we, for the effects to kick in? I suppose.
Well, we've not had a league game, have we, since Tisdale's gone? So Saturday's the first one, and it couldn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for a better running the way things stand at the minute. I mean, I was reading on the internet tonight that quite a lot of people are kind of pissed off with the Bolton situation because there's a whole load of teams that played them earlier in the season, basically when they were putting kids out and beating them 5-6-0 and stuff.
I absolutely agree.
and now they've got a better team.
Yeah,
Thinking,
no, I think it is unfair, and
they've
and
won
and
once,
I'll tell you
haven't they?
something, there is also a feeling within football that is unfair on those teams that are going to be playing them.
later on.
You know, us
Yeah,
towards
us,
the end
yeah.
of the first round of games leading up to Christmas. As we go into next season, there will be teams who have already got a nice big goal difference from that.
Courtesy-
a guaranteed
courtesy of
3
them,
points, except for Coventry, of course, who managed to draw 0-0 with them. But now they've won two league games in a row. Did they lose on Saturday? They did win
I
2
know
league
they've
games.
won
didn't they?
one.
They won
Definitely
two
won
in a
one,
row.
haven't
Whether
they?
it's league games, I don't know. But yeah, I think that is unfair.
That is
I know
unfair, but-
that they've got to build from the start, from the bottom up. But
I think what's equally unfair is that they called a game off, didn't they? Was it against Doncaster, I think?
yeah,
And because they were fielding kids, and they said it wasn't good for these kids' mental health. You think?
and now, I would agree
They
with that.
unilaterally done that, though.
Yeah.
That's a problem. They didn't.
But then Doncaster then have to play them again
Yeah.
when they're stronger.
It's not fair.
You
is
know,
it?
it's like saying, "Oh no, we've had a few phone in sick. We can't play."
We can't play.
I mean, teams do that. They'll
It's like a Sunday
maybe,
morning game, isn't it? And
Well,
got
exactly.
players.
Yeah. Where's the lads? Oh, they haven't got back from Amsterdam yet. So
Sure it's like, isn't
we've
it?
only got 6 players.
Ah,
But
well.
what about Dave over there? No, he's not fit. He's not fit.
I'm hoping that even if we'd gone up there under Tisdale, we would have beaten them. I mean, I don't know what.
Do you know? I'd love to.
kind
I'd
of
love to
squad
see
they've got.
what team he'd have put out
What he
against
would have done
Bolton.
for that. I hate to think.
This
No,
does
just-
take. See, I've been thinking about the Tisdale thing, and I think he's. I'm not too sure that he.
As a football manager.
Well, I'm not too sure he looked at individual games. He tended, as I say, to have this plan, didn't he? And
You don't think that he took into account what the opposition were like? That he just
well,
he had a set way he was going to play.
I'm saying, that's
Yeah, I
what I'm
think
saying.
you're right,
Basically,
yeah.
I'm thinking maybe with all the analysis. I could be completely wrong. I don't know, but with all the analysis and so on, he would be He strikes me as the sort of manager who would watch the DVDs of the opponents in the week leading up, but. Yeah, I mean, what he was doing was, as we know, was damage limitation to try and reduce the amount of losses and not trying to win, but let's forget about him.
Yeah, he's gone. So all in all, I mean, even though we lost both games, I didn't see Tuesdays, obviously, but I thought there wasn't a vast improvement on Saturday, but there was an improvement in playing style. But the fact that we were, having a go at them, and just a bit disappointing that, like I said a minute ago, that they're a mid-table League Two side, and yet they didn't struggle against us. But
No.
I've said again, you're not going to change what's happened here
When the
overnight.
turnaround comes, if it comes, because it might not.
Yeah.
We thought under Nielsen it was going to happen, and Dan came in, but things just got gradually worse and worse, and the same thing happened with Tisdale there. I mean, it's been a terrible 4 seasons.
I know, it's been ridiculous. That was a good thing you said 3 or 4 weeks ago when you said we're getting further and further away from the glory days of this.
We really are.
We really are.
We really are.
And you just think something's got to happen, and hopefully, Russell Martin is that man. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Too early to sack him.
But you say 3.5, 4 seasons of dross.
Shit, it's been poor.
We
And
can't.
another
We
thing-
can't end up like Port Vale.
No.
I always say, use Northampton as the example
One
of
of
the
those
yo-yo
teams.
club between League One and League Two, and that's your life. That's your lot.
What is it?
We have much loftier ambitions, but, and again, many people will say it's the money, it's the lack of investment, and so on, which, is
It
true.
is. I mean, it is. It's as simple as that.
Um,
Money talks in this game, and
It
the
really
more money
does,
you've
yeah.
got, the better team you are. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, even Southend have got a Simon Cox,
Yeah.
who's probably kept them in League One for the last God knows how many years. Possibly even kept them out of relegation completely. And Port Vale have got their Tom Pope.
Yes, you brought him on, didn't they?
Yeah. So they.
I thought, don't bring him on.
We haven't
already
really had one of those. One of our own.
not
have
for
we?
a while. No.
Probably Sam Bulldog.
Sam Baldock was the last one that that came up through. Well, you could see Daly, but he wasn't like.
Well,
that,
when I say
was
our
he?
own, I mean a player that we've actually purchased
Yeah.
or has signed for us. Who, we hoped it would be Simon Church, and then we brought in another load of fucking cart horses.
Rubbish.
The names escape me now, but I can see their
Yeah.
I can see their face. I can see their boots.
I know. Just...
One of them wore 10.25. That was an actual size.
That's a strange size, isn't it?
You had to get them
10.25.
specially ordered from Adidas. Yeah,
10.25.
10 and a quarter. But it was 10.25 in the tongue.
Blimey.
And I asked him, "How do you get 10 point?" Oh, they're custom made for my feet.
Oh, you're an idiot, mate.
But there's
Just-
10. Well, if they're custom made, why have they got a size on them? Because
Ah,
that's what I wear. All right. I dread to think how much he paid.
people
for
are
them.
all idiots, Tony. You know that.
But he was shit, and he's not there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we're struggling to see what this
We
is
are
gonna be
really.
a
I mean,
short
I
podcast,
think
so,
we're at the point where
you
we could have quite easily skipped tonight and
could
said,
have done.
let's have a recap in a couple
Yeah.
of weeks and see where we are then after the Bolton game, because the Port Vale game is not really going to tell us a huge
Not really.
amount.
Nothing.
Because they're not in our league for a start.
No,
Wickham on Tuesday was
nothing. Game.
the ultimate pointless game.
Win, lose or draw, we'd still won that group. So what can you say?
Yeah,
It was a
they
good
had nothing to
exercise,
play
I
for.
suppose, for him to look at other kids. And you're
Well, I
saying
say
this,
Matty Sorinola was
Yeah.
very, very good.
this kid that he brought on.
We had a few kids on the bench again. One of them we did get on in the end, right at the end. But
Dylan started, didn't he?
Dylan started.
What was he like?
He ran about a lot.
Yeah, he does run about a lot. I mean,
Ran
he
about a
does.
lot.
I've said that before.
I mean, you think we've got Healy to come back and Sam Nombe,
yeah,
both of
training
who were
now, aren't
training
they?
on grass
That's
this week, which is good. So hopefully
'Cause
maybe
they were on about them.
Christmas-ish.
Yeah, Well,
looking
after
at that.
Christmas was the initial assertion.
And as I said last week, we want to see some competition for places as well. So, you'll have Sam, you'll have Kieran, Healy with number 10, and Reeves, who we want to be number 10 as well.
We're just hoping that when they come back, that will be the catalyst for turning it around. Or even, like you say, if we finish 4th to bottom this season, then that's enough.
At the moment, although I'm still convinced we'll finish 12th.
You reckon we'll go
Actually,
up? I can't
14th,
see that.
14th, I think, actually.
I can't see that. I think we'll be well. I don't. You don't know. I mean, what can you say? It's been a week, hasn't it? A week. It's not even 2 weeks.
If you think about it, if he gets us to that sort of level, he's won, hasn't he?
Yeah,
He's coming in with more than half a season to go as well.
He looked the part. I'll give him that. He did look more like a football manager.
Yeah, I mean, we said that about when Dan came in, didn't we? Dan came in November.
I can't remember when he came in.
Or was it Nielsen came in November?
He came in after Christmas, didn't he, Dan? Did he not come in with hardly any time to go?
At
the end of the transfer season, didn't he?
I think we thought that, but
No, he came in after the transfer season, didn't he?
Relatively early, yeah.
Because he couldn't.
Maybe it was January then.
He'd come in after the after the January transfer window. I'm sure he did. Because people were saying that he couldn't bring anyone in. I could be wrong. I probably
Either
am.
way, he still had a fair.
Even though
time.
I'm a well-informed fan, Tony.
for a show that is basically the only MK Dons podcast, we are fairly poorly informed
We are about
and researched, aren't we? But we make up for that with our experience and general knowledge
just make stuff up,
of being right all the time. So go on, let's have a prediction then. You're not going Saturday, are you?
No,
I can't now, unfortunately.
Too far away.
I can't get it. I can't.
Oh,
get
we
it
need
changed,
someone
so.
to come in then and tell
Yeah,
us.
so
next week.
if you would like to come in to the on the Chaise Lounge next
Please
Wednesday,
I've had a running guess. Something it's good to.
Yeah.
I've just cut it right back.
MK Dons Radio Show at gmail.com. We want someone to, at the very least, send us a match report.
Yes.
If you want to voice record it
Even
and
better.
email it to us, even better. If you want to be here on the Chaise Lounge with
That's
me,
even better.
that'll be fantastic. And it doesn't have to, we'll have multiple if we can get them.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be.
It's not going to
sort
be
of
an hour
small.
and a quarter. This podcast. I got to
No, it's not. It's not. So go on to give us your, give us a score prediction.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 was.
2-0.
Back to the old school, yeah, right. Maybe,
2-0.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go 3-0.
I'm going to go 4-0
Yeah, that's what I think. 3.
with a hat trick for.
Someone.
With a hat trick for. I can't think of anyone who can score a goal.
Let me think. I'm trying to think now who could score a goal. To
David Kasumu.
Yeah,
There
him.
you go.
Yeah.
David
That's easy.
Kasumu. Scoring for fun at the beginning of the season.
Kick him on a bit.
Yeah. We got an email, JT.
We have.
We have.
Go on, what does it say?
This is from.
This is our only feedback
This
corner
is from
this week.
a chap called James.
James, alright. Oh.
We
mentioned him before.
mentioned someone called James
right.
last week, didn't we?
James, yeah, I called
Who
him.
I believe described us as well informed.
He did.
So
And I said he had to aim higher, that bloke.
the title of this email says "Well informed, not so much."
Oh, right. Oh.
Good afternoon, gents. I assume I am the James that was mentioned on the podcast last week. Your unnamed friend, Pete, sits behind me, and I remember mentioning this to him. However, as with all media stroke press,
Oh, that's a weird media now. Brilliant.
I like that, I have been misquoted. So to clarify, what I actually said was, I compare my opinions to real fans, inverted commas,
Right, us.
such as the two who do the podcast.
That's us, Tony. Real
Meaning
fans,
that I
Tony.
listen to your well-balanced views on things and ignore the comments from some of these Facebook unmentionables who want the manager sacked for scratching his arse the wrong way and not playing like Liverpool or Manchester City week in, week out. Also in the next Facebook comment wanting Pete Winkleman out because they have run out of Bovril at the concessions near the cowshed and we haven't signed that £5 million player. Well informed is questionable, and brace yourself.
I'm ready.
Brace yourself for this. Having said that, so he's putting this in. He's putting this in. Having said that, keep up the great work.
Good.
I am enjoying your bang average podcast every week.
Well, he seems quite well informed there,
Give with
Tony.
one hand,
Yeah,
take it
Tony.
with the other.
He
Eh?
did seem quite well informed towards the end when he said we were bang average. He's well, take that as a compliment. I'll take that every day of the week.
Probably, in terms of spelling, grammar, and general good English, that's probably an 8. I mean, there's one very long paragraph in there that could do with a full stop, and I can see where it could go. But otherwise, I'd say that's the
that's
the
good.
best written email that we've had.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm pleased
definitely.
for him.
Thank you, James, for your
Thank
thoughts.
you for that, mate.
And if you have any other thoughts, let us know. If
Let
you want
us
to come
know.
on the show,
Yeah.
let us know.
Set it behind us.
Yeah.
See how good we are.
So yes, if you do go to Bolton on Saturday, we want to hear from you, whether it be written, oral.
Oh, Tony. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, written, oral, or in person. Get in touch, mkdonsradioshow@gmail.com, and we'll have you on the chaise lounge next week. And again in future if you want to. We don't hear enough from you people.
We don't really. And we know there's a lot of people listening. I knew last week's would be a.
I didn't realise we had so many subscribers on YouTube.
No, there are. It's good.
Yeah.
They're all me.
Yeah. And every week I'm speaking to new people.
YouTube
who
have changed their submission policy. I'll have to have a look at what it is now. You've got to state whether it's suitable for children or adults.
I
now.
thought you always had to.
Nah, they just used to upload it, but now they're it's a fucking nuisance. So I'm not sure what will happen with YouTube. YouTube's been a bit hit and miss recently because sometimes it goes up and other times it just doesn't. And I'm thinking, what?
That's my preferred medium because that Podbean app cuts out for me. So
well, I'll try. I will get it up, whatever.
yes, we will. And as JT said, you might be listening to this a little bit later.
Yeah, you
than
will
usual.
be. But
You
it is
definitely
what it
won't
is.
be listening to it on Thursday night like he has for the last.
No, because
last
this
few.
is Thursday night right
This
now.
is Thursday night.
And I'm not going to sit for an hour, half an hour editing this.
Yeah. Plus he's had half a bottle of Southern Comfort
I'm
and some
tired.
chips.
I've had chips, they were nice chips. Right, I'm done. That's a
Yeah,
short
that's
podcast
it. I
this
don't
week.
think we've got anything else to
Nothing.
talk about. So we will see you next week.
Yeah. Bye. That was a short one, but a good one.
Did the job.